Before there was Dracula, there was a real man in Ireland, not Transylvania, who had to be unalive multiple times over and over again because he kept coming back and draining everybody of blood. It's the kind of vampire, I think Remick from Sinners, this what he was. Hey, if you don't have time to watch this video, just save, follow, and just come back later, gang, because we gotta move on. This is gonna be a very interesting video. In ancient Ireland, there was a man known as Abhartach. He was described as a sorcerer and a tyrant. So Abhartach is said to be unalive and buried, only to rise from the grave and do it again. He kept like coming back, draining people who were unalive, put him in the ground, standing up at that, and he kept coming back, gang. In this story, we explored the chilling legend of the first real vampire in Ireland. So why y'all think Bram Stoker made Dracula based on Vlad the Third, and Pale all the Vlad? No. It was made after this man, this very evil, terrifying man. To this day, his grave still exists in Northern Ireland. The stone's still on top of it that the people put so he won't get out one more time. I'm not gonna tell you guys exactly where it is. I don't want you guys visiting Ireland, think you can go over there and do research or be nosy. Whatever y'all like to do. No, we're not doing it over here, not on my page, so don't worry about it. If anybody from Ireland is on my page, I know a few of you follow me, don't tell them, please. Americans is nosy, please. So let me tell you about Bram Stoker. So like I said, Bram Stoker is the writer and author of Dracula. But he went to Trinity College in Dublin, and on display at the school, there was a book, Abhartach Hul, which means dwarf of tainted blood. It literally was a whole book at this man's college about the first vampire. So I guess allegedly how they finally stopped him, they said they drove a sword, called it something else. I can't pronounce the word, but basically the translation is a wooden stake. So that must be where the wooden stake, started from or came from. The lore about it, I guess. Then they placed him upside down this time in the grave, buried him, and then put this stone on top. So funny enough about all this info, it's fairly new history. Found this all out about Abhartach around the year 2000. So I wonder what more we have to discover, or uncover, I should say. So it makes so much more sense. Remick from Sinners, why he was an Irish vampire. Celtic lore runs very deep, y'all. So let me know if you guys want to hear more about this guy, Bram, or just about Celtic lore in general. The Irish, they have their own vampire lore, werewolf lore, mermaid lore. Really all the supernatural lore that we have, they have their own, but just a little bit different. And they have a huge fairy problem. Huge. I'm Cube of Lore. This is Forbidden Lore Season 2, Vampires. If you like content like this, you want to stay on this side of the algorithm, don't forget to engage at the bottom of. Y'all already know, repost, save, comment, and like. My supporters, appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I love y'all down. I think we're currently at like 95,000 followers, something like that. And it's only because of you guys, so I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I'm literally probably one of the only creators that know I'm not bigger than the program. And y'all are the program. So my supporters, I'll see y'all in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. This is very interesting tea. And if you're not a supporter and you're new here, go ahead and follow, friend. You sat here with me, chilled, caught a vibe, watched a video. Go ahead and follow. What's the problem? If you're viewing this from the tube of you, make sure you sub up to Cube of the Lord and like on top of Cube Oxley, my second page as well. As always, gang, it's only for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, hypothetically speaking, I don't know nothing about the Irish. Put my notifications on so you don't miss a post, and I'll be live tonight. Let's talk about some of this. All right, call me back after y'all watch this video. All right, bye. People think vampires started with Dracula, but the real story comes from Ireland, and it's way darker. And it involves a little man that refuses to stay dead, gang. Welcome back, gang. It's your favorite storyteller, Cube of Lore to be exact. This is Forbidden Lore Season 2, Vampires. And if you don't have time to watch this video, it's okay. Just save, follow, and just come back later. Because y'all know I hate long intro, and I just gotta get right into the story. Before he ever became something supernatural, there was just a man named Abhartach. He wasn't just feared after death. He was feared before too. He was a chieftain in the north in ancient Ireland, known for his cruelty, known for being controlling and obsessed with power. Mind y'all, he only about this big and I'm sitting down. He was a little guy. All the texts basically said he was a dwarf. So it wasn't even a little person. He was smaller than a little person. Nerve of you to carry on and act like this, Abhartach. Humble thyself. The people in his village said he practiced like dark magic, which is why people in his village never trusted him, never liked him. I don't even know how he became chieftain. This is crazy. He forced one beautiful woman to marry him, and the story says she never loved him, gang. One night, Abhartach suspected her of having an affair, which I believe he was false. But this story was even more embarrassing when I heard it, but let me just continue. So my boy took it upon himself to climb out his window to try to catch his wife. But that night, he actually fell right to the ground and unalived himself. Yup, unalived himself. And this was the first time in life the whole village felt relief. But that didn't last long, because the next day, Abhartach came back alive, not even human anymore, gang. And he came in, he not asking for nothing. He came in demanding. He wanted bowls full of that red paint that comes out of our body, bowls full of red paint. And guess what those dummies did? They gave it to him. From their wrist, it said they needed to make bowls full with red paint from their wrist. It's crazy, especially for a man y'all hate, but they were terrified. They had no other choice. So the villagers went to a neighboring chieftain, maybe to south, the west, the east, who knows, and begged him. They said, can you please unalive him again, please? And guess what he did, gang? He did it. He unalived Abhartach. Mind you, this is a lot going on for a man under 5 feet, but hey, maybe that's why he needed the bowls of you know what, because he couldn't climb up to their neck anyway. Okay, so now this is the second time he's unalived, but it didn't matter, because once again, he came back and did the same exact thing. And what they did, give him the bowls of red paint still. This time a druid was called in. A druid looked at the body and he said something interesting in his language. He said, this is the walking dead, aka a zombie, gang. Abhartach was a zombie to them. He told them the only way to stop him was to unalive him with a special weapon. I know, a special made out of a certain wood from a very, spiritual tree in Ireland. They said drive it through his heart and then bury him upside down and then seal the grave with a heavy stone, which they did. As you can see, the stone is still there to this day. So they used the wood from the sacred tree, and this tree is only found in graveyards, by the way, gang. Trees itself are just so mysterious, powerful, and spiritual. Like anything that could be living past 100 years, I gotta look at it a little bit funny, Trees, tortoise, turtles, vampires. Yeah, y'all, I'm on to y'all. They followed every step, and he did not come back this time. So Mr. Bram Stoker, that wrote about Dracula, he learned about him first. He just didn't speak publicly about it for some reason. I'm Cube of Lore. This is Forbidden Lore Season 2, Vampires. If you like content like this, go ahead and engage from the bottom up. Y'all know, repost, save, comment, and like. And don't forget to follow me, of course. My supporters, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And by the way, I see y'all in the comments. My bottom canines only look sharp, if you guys can see, because it was chipped. I know it sounds like the most silliest, excuse in the world. But seriously, y'all talking about they're sharp, it looks like I got vampire teeth. No, it's chipped. Y'all can't see them, it's chipped. They're both chipped the exact same way. I don't know why. And as always, it's only for entertainment purposes, all allegedly, hypothetically speaking. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and just call me back. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.